What's up, loves? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Monica Victorio and I am the owner of a small boutique called Victorio's Vanity located in South Sacramento. So first of all, thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, pretty much what my channel consists of, I'm barely working on it, to be quite honest, is pretty much I am a business owner, I'm a mom, I do have an autoimmune disease, and kind of pretty much just how I juggle everything like that. Also, I love to cook. It's like a passion of mine. I say if everything in life fails, I will definitely become a chef. We'll see. But if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. So on today's video, I will be showing you guys how to make pozole. It's chicken pozole from scratch. Meaning I make my own sauce, I make my own salsa that you add to it later, and kind of how I do things. It's not your like typical pozole, so if you are interested, please keep on watching. Oh, wait, one more thing before I forget. I am rocking my husband's new pelotero crew neck sweater. Hey boy, hey. Also, gotta represent Victorio's Vanity. These are coming back in stock. So with all of that being said, without further ado, let's roll right into this video. All right, guys, so the things you guys are gonna need is chicken. I'm using drumsticks. What is this called? I call it teeth. Hominy. I like the purple one. It gives the juice a little bit more flavor. I personally think you're going to need some bay leaves. You're going to need some oregano, you're going to need cloves, you're going to need Chile De Arbol, you're going to need Chile Guuajillo, I think, California chiles, you're going to need cilantro, you're going to need some onion, you're going to need cabbage, and you're also going to need radishes. So this is what you're gonna need for everything to make the pozole. A lot of the chilies and spices are for the sauce. Oh, excuse me, and you're also gonna need garlic. Where is my garlic? Right here. Yes. So with that being said, like I said before in the past videos, I don't measure anything, so I can't exactly tell you. I will be showing you guys how much I use though. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to fill this pot up. You wanna get like a good sized pot depending on how much you're going to be making. I am making enough for about my sister-in-law, her 2 kids are coming over, and then my husband and my 2 kids and myself. So I think this is a pretty decent sized pot. You're gonna fill it up to about here with water, and then you're gonna throw your chicken in. While we're waiting, I am going to chop this onion in half, just like that. So half is going to go into the pot of the chicken while it boils. Also, you're going to add a couple of bay leaves. I'm only gonna add maybe about 3 for all of this chicken, just so it cooks and gives it a good flavor. You're gonna also want to add some salt. A few other ingredients is salt, garlic powder, and this is gonna be for your sauce. A lot of people struggle with how to cut garlic, like how to get the skin off. You put the garlic down like that, and you crack it with a knife. I thought my nail popped off. See, and then the skin just comes right off, as opposed to peeling it, because garlic can get kind of sticky sometimes. Boom, done. So I'm adding about 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm also adding half of an onion. We have our pot filled. I'm going to add the chicken. My chicken's a little frozen, so now we have that much. We're gonna add that in there. You can use like a whole chicken. I usually use a whole chicken, but because this is what I had in my freezer, I figured I would add that. Then, like I said, add half of an onion, 4 garlic cloves, and we're adding 2 bay leaves. 2 to 3. I'm gonna do 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, we're gonna add some salt. Like I said, don't ask how much. I just usually just like that. Add a little bit of garlic powder. And then you cover it like that. So all of the ingredients are in. Need a lid. Next, while that cooks, we're gonna work on the sauce. That's not gonna fit. Just kidding. Let's just skip over this part because I was struggling to find a lid. I usually have a big one, and I'll explain that once I find it. Boom, found it. So I had a bigger pot, so I cover it like that. I don't know where this lid is. All right, next you're gonna get another little pot like this, and you're gonna fill it up with some water you're gonna boil the rest of the chiles for the sauce. So next up, we have our California chiles and then Chile Guuajillo. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take the stem off. Then you're gonna wanna crack it down the middle and take all the seeds out. You're not using these for like the heat. You're using these for the flavor. So once you destem, once you take out all the seeds, off to the side. And like I said, I don't know how many I use. I'm gonna say maybe half of the bag. Definitely all of the Guajillo chiles, but the California chiles, like just half. So I guess you could say half and half. If you buy a brand new bag, use half of a bag of the California chiles and half of a bag of Chile de Guajillo. Chile Guajillo. Guajillo chiles, however you say it, I don't know. So then we do that. So there's no seeds in here, see? Oops, just kidding. And you usually should be wearing gloves while you do this because your nails will start to burn. I don't know if there's like some trick, but like I said, please let me know. Also, it's super rainy outside, so I figured like this would be a good time to make pozole, especially with this coronavirus. We're like quarantined to our house right now, which is not technically, but like they closed school for my kids for the next 2 weeks. And I know a lot of other people, their schools are closed as well, which is crazy. Like, what? I don't know. We'll see. What are your guys' thoughts on the coronavirus? Do you think it's like, where do you think it came from? I know a lot of them are saying it came from like, I know it definitely came from China, Wuhan, whatever, but like, did it come from the zoology, like a bat or something? Or do you think it's man-made? It's hella questionable. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody for it to have been man-made and then just kind of got out of control, you know? All right, guys. So now you have about these many chiles. So you're gonna pick them up and you're going to drop them in there, just like that. Then we're gonna also add our onion, the other half of the onion that we cut to put in the chicken. And we're also gonna add garlic. We're gonna add about 3 other garlics. One. You wanna make sure that this has a lot of flavor because this is the sauce that you're gonna put into your pozole. This sauce is what makes up the pozole flavor. And then you just let this boil. Like that. Make sure your flame is on medium. And for your chicken, make sure your pozole, make sure it's on medium to low heat. Then you just let the chiles boil. Yep. And you can tell when they're done when the onion starts to kind of fall apart. We'll just let that cook. All right, so now while we're waiting for the chile and the soup, now let's get to chopping for the side. So what most people put in their pozole is onion, oregano, and radishes. I personally like to put cilantro in there as well. If you guys never tried it, make sure you try it. And one thing I hate it, but it's like a must, is chopping. You want to make sure that your onion and your cilantro is finely chopped. So this is what's going to go inside of your soup.
Always make sure you're supposed to do it like this, with the blade, like the knife against your fingers like this, so you don't cut yourself when you have long nails. But, we'll see. You always want to make sure that your knife is very sharp because it just makes cutting everything so much easier. So you turn it off and then you just chop it all over. Does anybody else not like to chop? I hate chopping.
I see cooking videos sometimes, and people use metal spoons or like metal to stir the pot. Oh my god, that's like the biggest pet peeve of mine. That is hella unhealthy for you, because if you're using like a Teflon pot and you're scraping it, there's no reason why to spend all that money on it, because you just fucked it up. That stuff is like, once you scrape off the black stuff of the pot, let me show you what I'm talking about. See this black stuff right here? If you use anything metal on there, it's gonna scrape it off, right? And the stuff this is protectant, so once you scrape it off, it's no good. Throw it away, because that's like cancer causing. You know who taught my dad taught me that, because he was like, don't use those, and I was like, dang dad, there's barely a scratch. But yeah, just some FYI for you guys. So you want your onion to look like,
Nice and thin. And small. Because there's nothing worse. I mean, I personally like onion, but I know a lot of people are like, ugh, they can't eat it. I can eat it, like raw. Yes. Especially with my shrimp. It's so bomb. My daughter's looking at me like, girl, you're crazy. It's good.
see, like that. Yes. See how the onion's starting to come apart now? So give it a little bit more. Make sure you guys always wash your vegetables, rinse them off, because how many hands do you think have been touching these? Ooh, coronavirus. It's heckin' nasty. And I try to use as much organic products as I can. But today, so when I went to the grocery store, the aisles and the shelves were like bare. So I had to get what I could. There was a lot of the organic produce was gone. And the guy from Safeway told me that they were expecting a shipment in today and it never arrived. And that it's not gonna arrive anytime soon, he was saying. I was like, what the fuck? Because I kind of think everybody that was doing like that doomsday shopping, like filling their carts up, I was like, you guys are tripping, you guys are doing the most. But then when I went today and they told me that, I was like, I'm scared. Especially because everybody, first of all, I like to cook. I love to cook. So I cook a lot, and I mean, my family, we eat pretty good, like real good, you know? My family, we don't miss any meals because like I said, I like to cook. So I was like, damn, how are we gonna survive? All right. There we go. That's good. The salsa is you want to get a container like that, because you're going to have to drain the chile, so then you can get the sauce. So this is the seed and everything, it's going to catch it. Drain. So you don't want seeds and stuff, you just want literally the salsa. Everything in the pot you take out. I think I need a different utensil. Okay. Your onions nice and fell apart. So what you want to do is get a cup and put the juice in like that. So you want that about that much juice, right? You're gonna want to use your Caldo de Tomate. So it's like the chicken one, but it's the tomato one. And you're gonna put about a tablespoon. You can always add more. I like to start off like that and then go add as I taste. Chile De Arbol, just to give it like a little kick. Like I only add a little bit, maybe like 3. And these ones are already toasted, so you don't have to toast them. You don't have to boil them. They're ready to go. You're gonna want to throw in a little bit of oregano, like a pinch like that. You're gonna want to add some salt, like that. You're gonna want to add some cloves. These are very strong, like tasting, so you only want to add maybe like 3. That's all you want to add. And then you close it. And then I always like to taste it before I drain it, just in case I need to add anything more. It needs a little, need some more of this. Why not? Just a little bit more. There we go. Un poquito salt. Let's try that one more time. Perfect. So, you want to make sure you just get all the juice and not so much of the chile. So you just kind of move it around because the seeds will get stuck at the bottom. That's pretty good for now. And so we will have about that much sauce. See? And all of the sauce is gonna go into the pozole, actually. Okay, so now we are going to add the hominy, and you wanna drain all of it out. Where's my strainer? And then you wanna rinse it off so you get all the nasty, like, stuff out, I guess. I'm just gonna use 1 can. Like I said, purple, I personally like the purple one. I know a lot of people use the white one, but I feel like the purple one has a little bit more flavor to it. To the pot, and this is what I mean by like coming off the bone. Like as you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's fine. I found some, like the chicken is coming off. So there's like little pieces of chicken floating around. That's how you want, that's when you know like it's ready to add the hominy, and then you'll be adding the sauce. And the hominy takes about maybe 30 to 45 minutes to cook. So then you do that. Cover again and just let all of this cook. You might want to add some more salt. All right, guys, so as you can see, we have been cooking our chicken and our hominy for a good minute now. So now we're going to add in the sauce. Just pour it all in there. Make sure you get all of it. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so bomb. So bomb. How you guys like how do you like my singing voice? My daughter said we could edit that out. No. All right. Now we have all of the juice. Oof. Look how good that looks, guys. It smells so bomb. There's that. Now what we do is we just put it on, we simmer it. So we put it on a low heat and let all the chicken and the hominy and everything else just come together. So it's all nice and, oh my gosh, you guys. I wish you guys could smell it. But when you make it, you will be able to smell it. I look like a mess. That's why I told her not to get me. All right. So we're gonna let that cook, marinate, so to speak, for 20 minutes or so. Oh yes, always use avocado oil. If you guys have touched any of my other videos, you guys know how I feel about that. Olive oil you can't use because it gets hot. Add 3 cloves of garlic and a shit ton of Chile De Arbol. And you seriously just blend it all up. Oh, and you can add a little bit of oregano as well. So when I mean a shit ton, I mean a shit ton. That's 2 handfuls of Chile De Arbol. Depending on how spicy you like it, I personally like mine very, very spicy. My family thinks I'm crazy, but so just like I said, a pinch of oregano. And then you're just gonna blend that all up. Add a little bit of salt. And then you blend. Oops. It's blending, you're gonna heat up some oil. And then you're gonna fry the chile. It's hot. Alright. So now you're just going to wait. And you just wanna throw your chile in there. Like so. Like I said, you guys can add it however much you like. I personally like a lot of chile. I like things spicy. Don't forget to add the garlic. And you just kind of mix it around. Like that. So you just kind of fry it up a little bit. You guys, if you guys have ever made pozole, what you guys use as like your little side sauce. It's more time consuming, but it's hella flavorful and it's just amazing. So you just want to fry it for maybe about like 5 minutes, just so the oil absorbs all the chile. Other thing, the most important thing is you're gonna want to slice up cabbage into like shreds. So you want to kind of like shred it and chop it. So this is like the most important part of it, as like the side dressing. You know what I mean.
Side veggie.
Yes, so bomb. And you also want to chop up some limes. Okay, so now we have our cabbage, our radishes, our cilantro, our onion, and our homemade chili sauce. I don't know about you guys, but we love eating it, the pozole, with tostadas. Not everybody does. Let me know in the comments if you guys eat it with tortillas, chips, or tostadas. So the way you plate it is you're going to add your cabbage. I like a lot. And then you're gonna add some cilantro. Not everybody does, I do. And then you're gonna add your onion. Yes, my onion was in the fridge, so in a Ziploc bag, mind you. And then you're gonna add your radishes like that. I like a lot. And then, oh damn, I don't have a spoon. And then you're gonna add your chile. Literally just Chile De Arbol. Okay. And voila, you have your pozole, chicken pozole with red sauce.